Yo, what's going on, people? It's your boy. I'm back again. Come to give you the player ratings for the Man City v Arsenal debacle, the Man City v Arsenal bottle job, the Man City v Arsenal catastrophic collapse, the Man City v Arsenal no courage, no fight, no desire, no nothing. Shambles of a performance. And this is the day after. I thought to myself, do you know what? Let me do the player ratings tomorrow morning instead of tonight because I want to, go into it with a bit more of a calmer head. I want to go into it with a bit more of a sort of a rational thinking. And I'll tell you what, man. Let's get this going, man. Ramsdale. I'm gonna give Ramsdale a 6. I think he had some good saves that he made in the first half. He kept us in the game. He kept the scoreline low in terms of what the scoreline was. If it wasn't for Ramsdale, we could have conceded 6-7. I'm telling you, like, I had nightmares about a 7-0, a 7-1 type of scoreline because with Man City, they can really do that to you. But faded and was poor, more poor in the second half. That Kevin De Bruyne goal, he should have done better for that one, I think. I understand the ball, started arching inwards into the goal, but I don't know. I think at the distance that it was, you should have dealt with that better. Ben White, he gets a 4 for me. I think Ben White was poor in some aspects, but he wasn't definitely one of the poorest in the side. He was actually one of the better players in the side, Ben White. But still, just no overlapping. Their system completely blocked anything Ben White could do that would give him output and make him perform. Holding free. Holding, look, it's not all on him, and you can't pick him out for anything under no way, shape, or form under any circumstances. I'm gonna give him a 3 simply because he lost most of his duels with Haaland. He tried to contain him. But holding, he's really holding. Like he's out here trying to hold players. He's out here doing the most, trying to grapple, hold shirts and that. Like, what are you doing, bro? This is a time of football where we got VAR and you're just doing all of these silly things. Poor, poor, poor. He gets a 3 for me. Gabriel gets a 4. He was poor again today as well. He's just the leadership aspect from Gabriel is diminishing for some reason. It's just not there. He looks less and less like a leader than what he was looking a few months back, a few months prior. Don't know what's going on with him. Like I just don't know what's going on with this team, man. I get it. Pressure is real. Pressure is a true thing. But these players should not be succumbing to the pressure in this way in these performances. If anything, it's results and moments here and there, isolated moments of brilliance, but they're not performing well. And Gabriel, the leader, the supposed leader, we expect so much more from him. Zinchenko, blood. Let me tell you lot something. I knew Mikel Arteta wasn't going to tweak nothing. I knew he was going to play the same dead old football that he's been playing, where he's just let me get this line up here. These are my players, the trusted players. Why didn't you go defensive with Tini? I know it's hindsight, and I know we're talking in a way where it's like, rah, okay, you're saying this now because of what happened, but bro, look at the way Zinchenko played throughout those 90 minutes. Like, you mean to tell me, even when we're losing 2-0 down, you still trust Zinchenko to do, like, it's just poor. He gets a free, he's just poor, bro. Zinchenko, I don't know what's going on, man. Defensively, he is one of the worst that I've seen in an Arsenal shirt. I'll be real with you, know. Thomas Partey, Jesus Christ. Thomas Partey gets a 2 for me. Shambolic performance. Absolutely unacceptable performance, bro. Fouling players. That second goal that City scored was his fault. Why the hell are you committing to a foul like that just before the halftime break? That was criminal. Thomas Partey threw away that game, bro. He threw away that game because I tell you what, right up to that point, the boys were trying to contain it. They were trying to survive at least 1-0. If we went in 1-0 at halftime, then we could have been energized and galvanized and inspired to go out and get an equalizer second half. But Thomas Partey, he completely blocked that. He was so poor that I think he needs to be dropped for the next game v Chelsea. We're going to give Jorginho his starting berth against his old club, and he's going to prove to us that he's on what he needs to be on. And Partey needs to be dropped. And Mikel is... Listen, I'll get to Mikel in a minute, bro. Granit Xhaka, we know Granit Xhaka wasn't really fit. He wasn't truly fit. He's missed out the Southampton game. It is what it is. And I honestly do think, and I honestly do believe that if it wasn't for Granit, we would have lost more as well. We would have, trust me, that midfield would have been zero non-existent. It already was non-existent because Rodri, Kevin De Bruyne, and John Stones, they completely masterminded that midfield. But without Xhaka, it would have been worse. However, it still doesn't exempt him from a poor rating because I just think the team, there's no, bruv, I'm not giving anyone higher than a 6. And Ramsdale was lucky because those saves that he made in the first half, they were very good saves. But Xhaka for me gets a 4. Now going into Odegaard, a 4. Tried first half. I give him his props. He tried to bring the players up. Every time they were off the ball, he would tell the players, push up, otherwise we're going to get sucked in. You really need to stop pushing up, guys. Otherwise, it's a myth. So I don't know what happened in the second half. The second half, he just capitulated. He just went into the shell, just like all of the other players going into a shell. The third goal, it was his fault. The third goal was when he passed the ball. I think he tried to make a midfield pass and someone intercepted it. It was Bernardo Silva, I can't remember. And then that was it, bro. 3-0, bam, game, set, match. There was no reaction from him. There was no hurt from him. These man, bro, they are super scared, bro. He gets a 4 for me. Odegaard gets a 4. And he's lucky he's getting a 4, only because he had a decent first half and he was trying out of all of the rest of the players. He was the one trying the most in the first half. Saka, Bukayo Saka, bro, star boy, yeah? Star boy, yeah? The star boy light is starting to fade, The star boy light is starting to fade, my boy, because you cannot go missing. And let me tell you something. I don't want no one abusing Saka. I don't want no one lambasting Saka because that boy has carried us for the best part of 3 seasons. He's carried his club. However, when you're doing good, we praise you, and rightfully so. But when you're being poor, do you know what it is? It's not even that you can't do it, Bukayo. It's just you're not doing it. I'm not seeing that extra level of motivation for you to get loose from a defender that's putting pressure on you and you to, turn him and do the 180 turn that you're so good at doing and running at defend. Like, why are you not doing that? What's going on? Are you tired? Are you jaded? Are you injured? Like, what is going on? Poor, bro. These last 3-4 games, Bukayo Saka's been dead shit poor. I don't give a shit. I'll say how it is, bro. Because I expect so much from him. He's the only player that I see that's got that mercurial, that dynamic, that change. Him and Martinelli, but more so him, And I'm just not seeing it anymore. Like, since that whole contract business, so what are you? Are you all of a sudden, now you just play well for England. So you forgot about Arsenal now. So now you're an England man now. You're no longer, so you turned into one of those players that you play for your country now. You no longer play for your club. Poor, bruv. Free. Gabriel Jesus, I mean, what can I say, bruv? I've said it in previous videos. I said it in my reaction video. He doesn't look like he's got the same body mass, the same body physique. He doesn't look motivated. He looked really demotivated in this game. All of that moaning and stuff when you're conceding, brother, that's all BS. All of that off the ball fighting, all of that nonsense, that is all BS. That's just for the cameras. You're a neek. I hate when players do that. That just shows how much of a wallad you're being. Yeah? You fight on the ball. Do you know how much times he got the ball on the wing, running? He's trying to dribble. Bruv, the pass was right there. And he's trying to take on 5, 6, 7, 8 players. Like, what are you doing, bruv? What are you doing? There's no discipline. Mikel Arteta, I'm going to get to Mikel Arteta. Jesus Christ. Martinelli gets Jesus gets a 3. Martinelli gets a 3 as well. He was non-existent. I did not see Gabriel Martinelli in this game, like the entire game. So much so that Mikel subbed him because you literally did not see him. He didn't get the ball. Of course, he needs service. He needs to get the ball, but he was shook. He was hiding. Make no mistake about it. Martinelli was hiding, bro. It's not because they didn't find him. They didn't play in the left flank. They didn't want to play on the left side. He just wasn't asking for it. He just wasn't coming deep for the ball. He was scared. He was hiding. Poor, bruv. He gets a 3 for that. I don't care. And then Mikel Arteta. It's got to be a 0, bro. I've literally rated him 0. No response. No substitutions. Why don't we see substitutions at half time? Zinchenko should have come off at half time. Partey should have been axed at half time. Why are you only talking to your players and doing all of this body language and making all of these gestures when your team is comfortably winning? What else do they need to hear when they're comfortably winning and they're going to see a game out? But when Arsenal's losing or when Arsenal's in a spot above her and we're looking lost out there, we're looking lost. You're out here looking even more lost, standing on the touchline doing this, huh? With your assistants, bruv. What's going on here, bruv? You do like for like substitutions, yeah, that make no impact whatsoever in the game. You wanna lock up Smith Rowe, Mikel, yeah, for the best part of however long you locked him up for, only to bring him on when we're losing 3-1 or whatever it was, bruv. Are you taking the piss, Mikel? You're not a young G. Yeah, you're young in your managerial career, but bro, the same thing that applies for these young boys don't apply for you, bro. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sorry, Mikel. 0 ratings. 0. No tactical nous. No flexibility. Like, bro, what you see Pep doing it. You probably instructed him or you probably advised him to do things like this when you was his assistant at City. For this game here, we're not going to be able to sustain it. We'll get overrun, we'll get pushed back into our half. So therefore, we cannot start Rob Holding. We can't do it. I need to find an alternative. Look how Pep finds alternatives. Why do you think Walker started? The men were playing right-footed players. The whole team was right-footed. No left-footed players. All of this inverted nonsense is pissing me off now, bruv. All of this bringing Zinchenko into the midfield, bruv, is pissing me off now. 0, bro. And I tell you what, he's got 1 more season for me, bro. If that, he's got 1 more season for me. And it all depends on the summer transfer window. If this summer transfer window is decent, and we get the likes of Ivan Toney in, we get Declan Rice, we need height and physicality in the side. And players that are over 24 years of age. This is what we need. I will not accept any more, any less than the right things to happen this summer in order for Mikel Arteta and his process project, all of this BS, bruv, to be in a club, bruv. Because, let me tell you, 8th, 5th, whatever it is, it's just not good enough. He's capitulating at this very moment, at this very phase of the season, year in, year out. Now, that's not, I'm sorry, bro, you've got your squad now. You've been given the funds, bro. You've been given the backing. We made a song for you that's become almost iconic. Super Mick Arteta. And you're standing there doing this with with headphone Albert or whatever his name is, bruv. Make a tactical change, bro. Put Gabriel up front. Back 3. We need a target, man. It was so clear that we need a striker who's got... Gabriel Jesus is not the striker. He's not the centre forward. Now I understand why. Whenever he was getting interviewed, he will always talk about, but it's not about me. It's about the team. I'm not the main man. I'm not the main... Because he knows he ain't got it. 1, he's not clinical enough. 2, he just knows he's not that guy. Shambles, bruv. Unacceptable performance. Disgusting, bruv. That was pathetic, bruv. Title. Win the title. Like this. If we happen to win this title, best believe it was the gods, bro. It was the gods giving us this Premier League title. And it's probably giving it to us because he knows, or gods know that we ain't going to win it for a further 50, 20 years, bro. Player ratings for Man City versus Arsenal. Catastrophe. That was supposed to be the Premier League final. You lot promised us 10 finals, yeah? You lot 10 finals. Not one of these 10 games we played them like finals and there's only, 5 games left to go? You lot are jokers, bruv. Absolute bottle jobs, bruv. But we move, man.